Hi everybody, welcome to Bette's Makes Advent Celebration. Today we're going to do Advent tag number 19. So I will see you all over at Design Space. All right, here we are in Design Space and we're just going to do a new project. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over to our Shapes menu and we're going to grab ourselves a flat circle. So what we need to do is we need to rotate this 90 degrees and then we're just going to play with the size. So I didn't really like that too much, so we're just going to grab an oval. So we'll put that on its side 90 degrees, just make sure that it's at 90 degrees. We're going to change the color to green so we can work with it. And we're just going to stretch this down. What we're trying to make here is a mittens. So I'm just playing around with the width. So I want to keep the width around 2.5. And then I'm going to grab, I haven't decided, maybe a rectangle. And we're just going to make that smaller and put it at the bottom. This is supposed to represent the cuff. So we're just going to fit it in the bottom here. We're going to bring this green shape to the front so I can see better. And we're just going to play around with sizing it until it looks like it's a fairly good mitten cuff. So once that's done, I'm going to align this horizontally and then I'm going to go down to the combine menu and weld. So now we have this mitten-y type shape. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to grab this other one that looks like a thumb and we're going to reduce the size and we're just going to change the rotation and we're going to fit it in where we think the thumb would be. So we're just going to rotate it a little bit and bring it down. And that looks about good there. Just going to make it a little bit smaller. And it still has to feel thumb-like. And I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to select both of those and I'm going to combine and weld. And yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go into the shapes again. I'm going to grab another rectangle. Just going to make it really small. And then I'm just going to line it up here at the bottom. Make sure that it's in the correct position. Just going to use my keyboard to move it up a little bit and my mouse a little bit. So what we're doing here is we're combining shapes to make other shapes. And I think I really like that. Combine and weld. And then I kind of don't like the way it's dipping on that one side. So I'm going to go and grab another shape. Not quite sure what shape I want. So I'm just going to change the dimensions to this. I'm going to make it 3. So I'm going to grab, let's say, the rectangle. Then we're going to rotate that a little bit. Make it smaller. We're just going to fit it right in here. Just make a little minor adjustments. Maybe not so much. And then I'm going to grab that and I'm going to combine and weld. Now I definitely don't like the way that looks because it still needs to have a little bit cut out right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab another shape. We're going to grab the half circle there and we're going to squish it. And then we're just going to place it right there at the end. Maybe rotate it a little bit. Make it a bit longer. And we're just going to fit it in where we think it should slice off. Okay, give it a little rotate. And just fit it in there. So what I'm looking at is the green and trying to see the shape before I slice it. I think I like that. So I'm going to select both of those and slice. Then I'm going to take those pieces away, and then I think I'm pretty happy with the way it is. Like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the same on the other side here. Just going to turn it a little bit. And this is to make sure that it looks like it's been, knitted. And a knitted mitten usually has a little tighter on the bottom. Now you see I sliced off a little bit there. Whoa, accidentally deleted that. So I'm going to press undo. And I'm just going to move the shape a little bit and make sure I get every bit of that corner. That seems good. So I'll take them all and I'll hit slice. There we go. Now we don't have any green bit hanging out. And that is pretty much everything that we need to do for that. I'm just going to make sure that the width is 2 by 5, 2 by 4.5. I think I like that. I think that was a 2, might have been a 3. So now we're going to make this and we're going to save it, and it's our mitten tag. And I will see you over at the demo table. All right, we're here at the demo table, and as you can see, I've got the mitten all cut out of our cream colored cardstock, and you can see some candy canes here that I had cut out from the ephemera pack. And this sheet we're going to use, this is actually from November's kit that I wanted to use with this. And those of you who have our digital subscription will know that this came. I'm not sure if this is in the add-on or in the actual pack. And so I'm just going to outline this, and then I'm going to cut it out because I liked the knitting pattern. Now you can use any kind of digital paper for this. For my tag, I'm just using the digital paper that we use. So I'm just making sure that I have this correctly. And what I'm doing at the end is I'm just adding an extra little square. All right. Now this is because we need a pocket in the front of our mitten. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this out. And once I cut that out, we will go on to the next step. All right, so we have our mitten cut out, and now we're just cutting that extra square piece that I put at the bottom. I'm just trying to make it a little bit straight. And I'm just going to fit it on the bottom there. So the first thing we need to do is we need to glue our digital paper onto our advent tag. I'm just giving it a little glue. All right, and then once that's glued down, I'm just going to take my scraper and I'm just going to press it down, make sure it's glued down proper. And as always, we're going to grab the distressed ink and we're going to just ink around all the corners. All right, now that everything is inked up, we're going to add this pocket piece. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add glue to the two sides and the bottom. And then we're just going to stick it onto the bottom of our little mitten card here. And then once that's stuck down, we're going to take our ephemera of our candy canes And I'm just going to use some leftover ink here and just ink up around the edges. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You don't have to have candy canes. You can have any kind of ephemera in the little pocket that you want. So once I'm done with the quick inking of around these candy canes, I am going to put it into the pocket. All right, so I'm just going to slip that into the pocket there, and that's it. That is our advent tag number 19. So when we open our little advent book that we've been putting together, it'll be on the right side, and it'll just slip in that number 19 slot right there. And then you can also slip it into the under the 18, because you know which one is 19 and which one is 18. So I'm just going to fiddle around with the book here. And there we go. So I hope you had a lot of fun making this with me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for Advent Tag number 20. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting.